tuning into Laura Talk TV. I've got a few topics to discuss today. One
Music keeps me dancing.
is about divorce, and one is about being single mom or single dad, and another one is about the impact on our children's life. I was speaking to a friend of mine this morning. We're generally talking about divorce and what do we think of divorce. Is it right for parents to divorce, or is it just something to do with individual selfishness, or is there a way we can make things out as some individual parents? Why? One of the questions I got from someone this morning saying, should we divorce if we really have to divorce? And another person said, is divorce a government law to human minds? And somebody also said, is it also a control to people's mindsets? And somebody also said, the fact is, who invented the word divorce? That's a very strong one, you see? And to me I think it's not right to divorce as a parent, because I believe every child needs both parents to get a good life balance. You have a boy, you have a girl, you have a mom, you have a dad. To my upbringing as a Black African, well, because you as kids you learn from both parents. You learn from your mom, you learn from your dad. But now we're living in a world where people become so self-obsessed, self-control. In a way they want things to be done all by themselves, and at the same time it's going to be all about what you feel is right to you as an individual person. Not understanding, not knowing the repercussion or the consequences it's going to cause to other people. To me, if I have to revive back the time, I have to turn back the clock, I would say hell no to divorce, because it's a very big destruction to children's life, and both kids need their parents, especially if you have a male child. Being a single mom raising a male child, what will the child learn from you? The child is going to end up growing up thinking life is all about women. So he was not going to have that fatherly, manly connections, understanding of a manhood life. Do you understand? So it's different, you know. So it's always a big impact on the children mostly. And I know individual people have got our individual reason for getting divorced. But I think if you love somebody once, you can love them again. You can turn the table around and make things balance. If people have to learn to stop being self-obsessed, self-control, things can change. You know, and I think it's about time for we as parents, mother, men, fathers, to forget about what we think we want as an individuals and look at the kids in our life. And look at the kids that we've brought into this world as an impact. So it's about we knowing the damage we're causing to these children. In that way, things can work. And maybe if people don't gain what they think they're gaining from being a single mom or single dad, they have no choice than to try and make that relationship work. Not for themselves, but for the betterness of their children. So to me, I could also say the fact is it could actually be a government control to people's mindset, because people think by getting divorced they get benefit, or by getting divorced they get more sympathetic. But the truth is, I don't think people can divorce. I think you can work things as a couple. I mean, if you love somebody once, you can love them again. Do you understand what I mean? And it's not fair for us to have our children suffering the consequences of our own selfishness, of our own self-control, of our own self-intimidating in people's lifestyle. So life is about understanding, compassionate, and thinking that we have people looking at us, thinking what we have to do. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be more live talk shows. It's going to be a lot of conversation from real people, a lot of issues, a lot of topics to discuss. But trust me, you don't want to miss what is coming up. And I hope you enjoy the inspiration. I hope you pick some words from it, especially for you as a mom. When you're thinking about yourself, forget it's not all about you when you become a mom. It's about your children. And for you dad out there, about controlling, intimidating, and feeling that power control. To hell with you guys, it's all about your children right now, because you have to be a role model to your children. Your children have to learn from you. Your children have to follow your steps. Your children needs you as a man in the house. And so we mom out there, it's not easy for being emotional. Once we have children, our mindset change, our life change. We become more upset at every little thing, because we don't have power control over ourselves again. Our life, our power control, everything about us now involved around our children's life. So this is where a lot of the issues of